My name is Sam. I'm the CEO of CloudCam IQ, ex-T-Mobile for business, ex-T-Mobile, 17-year alumni. Sebastian Carbonell, Chief of Operations here. He takes care of everything when it comes to making sure deployments are smooth and our operations are running, just great. So, really, with that, I'll leave the floor to Sebastian. Introduce himself really quickly, say hello to everybody, and we'll get going with our presentation here, guys.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, team. Appreciate you all for joining. I know time sometimes it's tight, especially here in the middle of the day. But I want to thank also Mobilfy for allowing us the time to present today and get everyone up to speed on what we do and how we can help and how we can work together on closing more fleet opportunities. Right. So we are based out of New Jersey, Union, New Jersey, and we're subject matter experts when it comes to telematics, fleet solutions, anything that moves we can track. So yeah, thank you for the time. Appreciate you guys, and I'll leave it over to Sam.
Awesome, awesome. So really, with that, guys, we're a fleet management company that really focuses on taking the support piece off of your backs and your customers' backs, right? We offer a complete solution in terms of from seed all the way to sale and through support and the lifetime of the account. Um, we know how things get day to day, and when you get a fleet customer that might not be getting the right customer support or whatever, that adds burden to your day. So we have dedicated account experts for each account, uh, and everybody has a direct contact. That way they never go too long needing any kind of assistance. Our typical turnaround time is 2 to 3 hours, depending on the request. Sometimes as quick as 10, 15 minutes if it's a simple request. And typically everything is resolved within 24 hours. If there's anything that we really do well is making sure that we don't just sell a box. We really love making sure that our solution is being deployed uh, appropriately and accurately, correctly across the fleet, and that it's being utilized. We don't want to go to a customer's office and in a couple of months or a couple of years and see boxes that are collecting dust, and devices that are not being used. Uh, as we know, fleets stickiest thing that you could sell. You sell fleet, you get that right, you get the rest of the deal. So with that, we want to introduce our partner program here with every Mobilify partner on this call. Uh, we are nationwide in terms of support for installation and customer support. And our plan, our program focuses on letting you guys keep the revenue while we focus on keeping the customer happy, right? So what that means for you, the T-Mobile deals, you guys keep them. You bring us the customer. We handle the demo, we handle implementation, onboarding. We'll charge our piece for our cameras, and you guys get to keep all the T-Mobile revenue, along with obviously a recurring revenue for you from us. End-to-end deployment support, again, that goes back to we want to make sure that customers are using the solution and they're not just sitting there collecting dust, right? And when you get this right, you're guaranteed to grow with the customer. Um, they're going to call you for every technology need that they have. Every fleet customer that I've worked with so far, not only have we converted all their fleet to our services, but we were able to capitalize on, you know, putting a referral in for dedicated fiber lines or providing ELD ready solutions in terms of like tablet cases and mounts, things like that. So um, we like to make sure that we do this really well, so that way all the other opportunities open up for you. Just if you can move on to the next screen. So the flow, you guys refer, we'll go ahead and run the demo alongside of you. help manage the sale from seed all the way through order signing and implementation. We'll deploy it, and then you guys earn the most important thing, right? Residuals on these installations. There is additional piece to the installation part that we'll get to a little bit later here. But really, you guys keep the customer and get to tap into our backbone of operations for fleet management, and not have to add too much more complications or any overhead to your current setup. And you have like a reliable partner that you could always call anytime. Hey, I have a customer that needs a specific need. What can we do? We're always, in terms of pricing, we'll always work with you to try to come up with the best deal to close whatever's in front of you. All right. Um, Sebastian, anything you want to add there?
Yeah, I'll jump in. There's a lot of industries where they might not need a lot of help. You know, they're implementing the GPS, the dash cam, just in case something happens, in case there's an accident, they can go back, review it, download the video. Those folks might not need a lot of hand holding or a lot of training or ongoing daily ongoing support. But there are industries like school buses, garbage haulers, towing trucks that do need that ongoing daily support, right? Because they get blamed for many accidents. They have a lot of incidents inside of the buses, and that's when we come in, right? We have a team that will help your customers um, on a daily basis with any request that might come up. You know, we do any video footage requests if they're not comfortable yet. There is a learning period, like I would say 1 month, 2 months, maybe 3 months, where they might not be too familiar with the platform. We do ongoing training. We do ongoing support. Most customers give us access to their portal in case they need that extra support, so that we can go in there in a timely manner and download or get the footage, get the information that they need. So I just wanted to emphasize that we will help your customers from the beginning all the way to the life of the account on ongoing support. Something that we might not get directly with something like Surfside going directly to T-Mobile. As great as they are, the support is not there the same way that we will be able to offer. Or yeah, thank you, Sam.
Uh, yeah, absolutely. Jess, if you can go on to the next slide, please. So this is just some of our options in terms of a fleet ecosystem. We offer tracking for anything that moves, whether it be vehicles, trailers, heavy equipment, containers, whatever it might be that moves and that a customer might need to track. We have a solution for that. So if anything ever comes up with a customer situation and you're trying to find the right solution, uh, you know we're just one phone call away. Give us a call. Let's bounce ideas, and 99% of the time, we have a solution for your customer. Um, and guys, if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to kind of just raise your hand here, and we'll try to get into it as soon as possible. Or you could also throw it in the chat here. Um, our platform, what's really awesome about it, and why it works really well within the Mobilfy ecosystem, is because Geotab is a big, I shouldn't say big, it's a huge partner for T-Mobile. The reps, sell it. T-Mobile has a really strong partnership with them. So our dash cams and our solutions are fully integratable into Geotab. They're native, which means you don't have to go into a separate section to view your cameras or view your assets. It's all native right inside of Geotab. You log in and everything is on one single pane of glass. I'll go over that a little bit on our live demo, but that's really the largest and most important selling point of our solution, is that it sits very nicely within Geotab. We have live video capability to pull live streams, and obviously, pulling different kinds of reports for GPS, whether it be for timesheet management or just making sure that the routes are being followed, for example. Our cameras are also not just one size fits all. We work with the customers to find out what's important for them. Do they need to have side view coverage? Do they need to have rear view coverage? Do they have important assets inside of a box that they need to track? We have a solution for all of that. So all of that can be integrated into the single pane of glass. We can add up to additional 4 views in addition to the two, already standard, which is the road facing and driver facing, for a total of 6 total views. Okay. Jess, if you could, yep, thank you. So this is kind of repetitive here, guys, but really, you guys are going to maintain the relationship with the T-Mobile rep, the customer, and continue with your mobile opportunities and any other opportunities that you're working with the customer on. We take off your hands the deployment, the installations, the configuration, making sure everything is kitted and staged properly before it goes out for installation. Then we, set up their portal and do training and onboarding for them. And for the life of the account, sometimes people just need a refresher. We'll do trainings at any time, as well as provide hands-on support for when a customer needs it. Pulling, for example, extra long footage. We work with a lot of school bus companies. Sometimes 2 minutes or 8-minute clips, they're just not enough. They need an hour or 2-hour clips. We're able to manually put requests in for that for the customer and get that video produced for them. This is the advantage, right, of working with us. You get the complete solution handed for you. We're Geotab native, and we are based 100% here in the U.S. As far as nationwide reach, we can go anywhere. In terms of installation, our minimum is 10. We could reduce that to 5, closer to the Northeast area, and the East Coast. But typically for installation included, the minimum is 10. All right. The deployment, again, that's the most important part. If something is not deployed correctly, it doesn't work for the customer. So, Sebastian, anything you want to add here? You're muted, Sebastian.
Sorry about that, guys. No, yeah, I just wanted to add that we're looking to take the complexity out of fleet mobility, right? There is a lot of reps on the T-Mobile world. There's a lot of maybe partners that don't know it too well. And maybe there's opportunities that we are not attacking because of it. So we just, want to take the complexity out of it and just give you guys peace of mind that we will be as involved as you would want us to be. You definitely own the customer. So if we're just coming in just to do a demo and show the platform and you manage the pricing and everything like that, that's totally fine. We want to just be able to help with the telematics piece and be able to take the complexity out so that we can close more deals. And yeah, that's all for now. So thank you.
We can actually skip this. These are just some. We'll send this out, but this is just some statistics on what having a camera and telematics does for a company. Just knowing that there's a camera in the vehicle, for example, will introduce better behaviors. Not because that they're doing anything wrong necessarily, but just because they're aware that there's a camera there. Automatically introduces that better behavior. And these are some of the statistics that go along with that. So, Jess, you can go on to the next one. Awesome. This is what it would look like. So we'd run discovery with you guys, plan out what that deployment will look like, and we'll get out there and deploy it. We'll do all of our integrations in terms of like if they also use Fleet IO, if any of you are familiar with that, or Route for Me, for example, for a dispatching solution. We can integrate all of that into the Geotab portal for them and make sure that it's all working properly, again, in a single pane of glass. So not just the GPS and the camera piece, but their dispatching piece, their maintenance piece. And again, if anybody wants to go a little bit deeper into what those specific things are, like Fleet IO and the other products that are out there, we can definitely have like a one-on-one, go over what that does for customers and how we implement that and integrate it with our solution as well. Yeah, again, nationwide reach here. And really with that, I also want to make sure that I mentioned something super important. We believe in giving customers options. So coming to a customer saying, hey, give me $10,000 up front, sometimes that's a deal killer. So we actually partner with somebody that we all know very well, and we use as our exclusive leasing partner, right? And that's DOS Mobile. And we're able to remove the capital expense from any deal up front, and build it into a monthly cost. That is our primary method of selling our cameras. There's multiple reasons for this. Cameras, they're not good forever, right? Especially if it's a high usage fleet. Those cameras, the life cycle on them will go bad eventually. Our program allows them to upgrade every 3 years. They give us back the old cameras, technically goes back to DOS Mobile. Um, we ship out brand new cameras, go out and install a brand new camera for them. That way they have the latest and greatest technology always, without having to come out with a capital expense all the time. So really, Jess, if you don't mind, I'd like to let Lee, speak a little bit about that, if you don't mind, really quickly before we move to the demo. I'm not sure if there's a way to add him as a presenter right now.
Well, I can go on and speak to
Oh,
that.
there you
I've
go.
also, yeah, I've got Steve Salviti, who's the founder of DOS. But I'll just say that the partnership that we have forged with CloudCam in the short time we've worked together, they have run quite a few opportunities through us, and our success with them and their clients is very, very high. So in the industries where financing is key to closing business, uh, they have uh, you know, we have a way of handling that in a fluid way and getting transactions approved, documents out and back very quickly. So, we've really appreciated the relationship so far. It's been about 2 months, and the results to help them close business has been quite high. So I appreciate that, Sam. But there's a good methodology that we can employ, especially for these clients that have, that for you that run a lot of transactions through opportunities through, we can really handle that, and enjoyed working with Sam and Sebastian on their opportunities.
I appreciate that, Lee. Thank you so much. Dots Mobile has been imperative in our success here. We essentially have our CRMs linked. So when a customer of ours fills out their credit application through our CRM, they automatically get a copy of it. We run underwriting. Typically, we have an answer for the customer within a day, and we're able to move deals super, super quick. So again, that's just a way to remove one of those barriers. There's a few barriers that we're removing here: support, installation, capital expense. So when you're looking at it from a top view and you're working with a customer that, how am I going to get this done? Just give us a call. Let's bounce ideas. We can most likely come up with a way together, including DOS Mobile, for the entire solution. Maybe it's not just fleet. Maybe there's some tablets and phones involved. We can tap into DOS Mobile for all of that, as you guys already know. So it just kind of brings our ecosystem full circle. We use DOS Mobile for our fleet. You guys use them a lot for your equipment. So you can bundle it all into one monthly price. Okay.
Awesome.
Um,
Thanks, Lee. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you so much, Lee. So really, just please, guys, give us a call. We'll send you guys an email with our contact information. We'd like to talk to you guys a little bit more about what we can do, but for right now, I'd like to just take the next 5 minutes or so to show you guys a real life demo of our portal and what it looks like. All right. You guys see my screen?
You see your screen?
Amazing. So this is the Geotab portal that most people are familiar with. This is one of our demo accounts. Um, You have your three main options along with some of the other options that we have here for your fleet management, all the way from productivity, which is, routes, trips, making sure that you could do like uh, good report on if any drivers are congregating in one area, all the way through maintenance and setting up reminders, scheduled reminders, whether it be time based or mileage based for, let's say, for example, for oil changes, registration due dates, inspection due dates, and we can set up a different reminder for each of those depending on what the customer prefers. Again, we help deploy exactly the parameters that they prefer. So when we say lifetime support, this is what we mean. We'll actually help them set up all of the different features within the portal that they are looking to utilize. Or, hey, maybe they don't know it's a feature and they just come to us and say, hey, is it possible? Or, hey, you know what? This is a problem that we're facing every single day. How can we resolve this? We would help them come up with a solution for that, right? Under your dashboard, you'd see your main reports. On this demo account, we don't have any set up already, but we could set up a watchdog report, which will let you know if any devices are down. Super, super important. We can also set up, for example, what's important for the customer. Maybe it's ELD information, maybe it's engine diagnostics, aggressive driving, or other violations, or maybe it's just like productivity stuff, like utilization of the fleet. Like, hey, you're using you're using vehicle number one, 66% of the time, while vehicle two is only being used 33% of the time. Let's try to balance that out somehow, right? That's really good for customers that have especially larger fleets, so they can control their life cycle management a little bit better, all right? Under the assets tab, you'll be able to see all of the different assets that a customer, is tracking. For this particular customer demo account that we have, it's a mixed fleet. So we have trucks, we have dump trucks, we have box trucks, we have pickup trucks. We also have compressors, we have bobcats, all kinds of different moving pieces of equipment that the demo account preferred to track, right? So we put it all under one portal. We're able to load in the current driver. This is done in two ways. You can add like a driver manually, or you can provide each driver with a Bluetooth tag that will automatically notice, all right, Mike is in vehicle E350, whatever it is, and then assign that to them, all right? Odometer information is automatic. License plate information, we load it in, and it'll just stay in there. It's easy for keeping a keeping a fleet organized, instead of using like a spreadsheet, piece of paper to keep track of the stuff, all right? Most important piece here is the map. This is where you're actually going to track your assets. You'll see, obviously, if there's a bunch in one location, it'll show you that there's 15 here. I click it, it zooms in, shows me the breakdown. Another 12 are congregated here, and so on and so forth. The native geotab integration that I was referring to, the native integration that I'm referring to here is the ability to be able to pull into a vehicle, for example. Sorry. Sorry, I'm getting a call here. I'm not sure if you guys are hearing that. So if you are, my apologies. You can actually click on the vehicle, and right here, right under where you would typically see your trip data and everything, the camera is native right inside of Geotab. So you don't have to go into the add-ins, which most of the time, that's what you typically have to do to go to your camera. It's right on the Geotab map. I can pull up a live view of the camera, start the stream, and that'll show me the stream from right now. It's live. Maybe like a 2-second delay, but that's about it. I can also request video from here. I can go ahead and select the time that the engine was on. I could go to a certain day. Anything that shows green is the day that it was on and operating. And then I can select the time, or I can just select the time here. Whatever time I select, I can preview that video by clicking start stream. If this is the video that I need, then I'll go ahead and put my email here and request the video. It'll save the video to the portal for a year, as well as send the email with the video. We also have the ability as an add-on function to call, two-way talk through the camera, as well as broadcast. You can broadcast any message. This is included. There's no upcharge for this. You can broadcast in English or Spanish, call the office immediately, stop smoking, stop speeding, whatever it might be. Okay. Now, a really cool thing is a lot of times if you call a driver and you say, hey, I want to know when a specific incident happened, they're not able to tell you exactly when it happened. It's about 8 a.m., maybe 9 a.m., 8:30, whenever, right? Our system actually enables you to go straight to the map. The driver will typically know exactly where it happened. So you tell them, hey, where did it happen? You know what? It happened as I was getting off of Route 80. I can actually click right over here. Sorry. So I can click right over here and request a video right away, right from the geotab. I would request it, and it would send the email straight to my inbox. It would also save it straight to the portal for a year. Again, we also have an option to extend that retention period for 4 years. Right? So instead of 1 year, you can retain the video on the portal for 4 years. This is the manual way of pulling video. Our system is really meant to be operated on an automated basis, right? So the rules that you set up, that's the most important part, right? Once the rules are set up, it'll pick up on whatever it might be: smoking, driving, distracted driving, whatever rules we want to set up, we can set that up here. And it will automatically pick up on those habits or behaviors and notify the person that we want to notify. So for example, I'll show you some of the rules here. The panic alarm is a button on the camera the driver can click, and that would alert anybody that they set to alert for that. And any of these options here: smoking, yawning, shock, distracted driving, no seatbelt. Power failure alarm is super important. That's if it was disconnected, it would let you know right away. A rolling stop sign, blocking the video, right? Blocking the driver's side, for example. And we can also do like left and right side blind zone detection using the side cameras. If the customer wants to implement something like that on an older vehicle that doesn't have it already, we can do that, right? Once you select the rule that you want to set up, you would tell the system what you wanted to do with that rule. Do you want to save the video? Yes, I do. You might want snapshots instead. You could do that. And it'll ask you how many seconds before: 30 seconds, a minute, up to 15 minutes, right? You can also set the notifications. We can do email, text, and we can also do some automations if the customer would like, with some webhooks and things like that. And you can set up as many of them as you like. So if you need to notify a few different people of a certain rule, we can do that as well. So really, with that, folks, Sebastian, I don't know if I'm missing anything here from the quick, demonstration here. Is there anything that you wanted to throw in here?
No, I think you cover it all. I think we just wanted to share how efficiently and streamlined our integration is with Geotab, which is the platform that we lead with, working with T-Mobile. So no, I don't have anything. I just want to know if there's any questions that come up. Let's leave some time to answer any questions from the team.
Yeah, and really quick, one thing I do want to add before we get to that is we do have the ability to run these cameras standalone, which is not a common option across this space. So what that means is we can put the camera by itself without a geotab, either on our portal, which is the CloudCam IQ portal, or we can attach it to a virtual geotab device, which would act as a Go9, as well as the camera inside of the geotab portal. So we could use either or. We could use our portal or the geotab portal and still only use the camera without a geotab. Obviously, we want to sell the geotab. We want to sell as many SIMs as we can, right? So that's how we like to lead. But if there's a customer, and we all get these customers that are price conscious, we have options for that as well.